Grand Rising. Peace and blessings, beautiful souls. I'm going to do some cleansing real quick. You know, if you have an affirmatory prayer that you guys do within yourself to get yourself to a grounded state, with all means, you have every right to do so at this time. We're going to block any negativity, any form of hate, any form of discomfort, doubt, uncertainty. Okay? Y'all gonna get this in, okay? We're gonna get this in today. My channel is new. Please come and support. Um, support the journey, support the growth. Um, Effort is always success. So of course I may not seem perfect or have it as much as anything else, but I'm not concerned about a form of competition. I start where I am. Everyone start where you are. Okay. Um, I got a few things that come to mind and I want to share these things with you guys. Okay. The first card I have is you are never lost, but only forging a path to new worlds. Right here, it looks like a whirlwind, right? And it's not necessarily any ground. It's in a space. And not only that, but it's a dark space. So it if it's unfamiliar to you, we automatically categorize things that are unfamiliar or something that we're not quite used to or something that we can't necessarily understand or even foresee. We categorize this easily as something negative. So we place ourselves in what we call a comfort zone and just sitting still. And the truth of the matter is, it doesn't come to you by just sitting in one place. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to be willing to go into the space that is unknown. It is your ego that is creating that doubt, that is uh, placing a title of nothingness as something negative. But everything has a start. So nothing is going to start unless you start it. You have to be able to understand where you are, where you want to be, and understand that where you are going isn't necessarily going to be shown or isn't necessarily going to be something that is necessarily grounded or has all of the vision there, all of the pieces of the puzzles together. It's a scary place. But the light is in the midst of the forming. That's what it looked like. It looked like this light is starting to form something. And that's what happens when you start to move. When you start to deny yourself of just staying in one place and being comfortable in one spot and forcing your destiny to be your present. Okay? Right here we have big dreams are built by those who do the work. See how these two cards come together? You got to put the work in. You got to move to it. You're not going to always necessarily see the results. But that's okay. Because success is always effort. You see this? It's a ball of it looks like a room of fire around this ball. It's heat. And that tells me that there's friction. That means somebody is putting their feet to the pavement. They're causing that friction, you know? They're making that movement, that static. And see, this is how this realm works. When you start to make the move, this realm, that this reality that we live in, it starts to create a force, to create space for it to come into fruition, for it to become possible, to become something. This is how you do it. I have this one right here. There are many doors that lead to the place you truly belong. And see, when you look at this card, you don't see necessarily any doors. And because you're visualizing the doors that we use of a house or a car, or a building. And what this card is telling me is that this space is all the doors. It's opportunity. You have plenty of opportunity, to create that space or to find that space where you truly belong. You are the belonging. The space that you determine where you belong is all based upon you. Who are you? Start with that door first. As you connect to spirit, you draw closer to your higher self. See, this is the thing that people have to understand. Working a 9 to 5 is great, it's necessary. Going to school, it's great, it's necessary. Having family, friends, it's great, it's necessary. But that's not the true connection to your higher self. The connection to your higher self is being honest with your deepest thoughts. The deepest thoughts of yourself, how you feel about yourself. The deepest thoughts of, what you know. The deepest thoughts of if you know everything there is to know. And the truth to that answer is no. And that's why it's always good to get higher to yourself, because there is always something to discover. And your higher self is your greatest teacher. It can actually give you a lot of shortcuts to everything in this room and make a lot of these unnecessary obstacles either, non-existent or, a lot easier. Everything in your path, first of all, is a lesson. If you're not learning, you're losing. Your higher self knows that. Your higher self is trying to show you a lesson so that you become greater. Great business-minded people, they have no fear in necessarily, letting go of a business or an idea that is causing them to lose. It's a form of understanding your higher self. Sometimes it's good to walk away from what you're losing something in. And the reason why is because you gain so much more, with a different opportunity. Losing is not a form of failure. It is a form of learning. It's a lesson so that your next moment becomes greater. So that so that the next plan or the next move that you do, you've learned from that last lesson. Being able to let go. Connect with your higher self and understand that the things that we attach ourselves to because we've either worked so hard to gain it or to have it, or because we worked so hard to try to understand it or to be accepted by it. Those are the very things that's keeping us from our full potential. It is the very things that's keeping us from our progression. Reach for your dreams knowing that it's already coming true. It's okay to question. It's okay to have questions. But regardless of what things may be looking like or feeling like, understand that you are walking into it because it is real, because it is true, because this is what is supposed to be happening. If you have if you have a moment that seems hard or difficult or challenging, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. It is identifying something that you need to learn, or something that you need to change, or something that you merely just need to walk away from. Asking these type of questions can help. Let go of the stress of feeling burdened by something needing to work out, and understanding that it probably didn't work out because it wasn't part of the dream. Your dream is already true because you've already accepted to be so. And things that do not fit in your dream or what is supposed to be of your dream, it's because it's not supposed to be there. Just that simple. Don't allow things to pull onto your heartstring. All of these cards that I pulled are basically showing you air, space. And the reason why is because if we hold on to things and it becomes a clutter. I need to pay my bills. I need to keep this house. I need to keep my car. I need to do these things. And yes, we do need to do these things. But if your engine is costing more than what you paid for that car, let it go. Let it go, okay? Let it go. And the reason why is because there's a better car coming for you. Your dream is a better car. Well, I don't have another car. I don't have to catch the bus, or I have to get an Uber. Get the Uber. Catch the bus. Carpool. Stop hoarding and keeping attachments to things that are causing you a harder obstacle. Grow. You know, um, you know, basically, it's okay to be happy and proud of the things that you have accomplished. But if they're causing a hindrance to you feeling whole, if they're causing a hindrance to your elevation, then it's because it's time for you to elevate. It's time for you to evolve. We're in constant motion. Everything is constantly moving. Nothing is standing still. So if you keep yourself attached to something that is giving you friction, you're only pulling yourself down. You want to rise up. You want to get to the top. You want to elevate. You want to be your highest self, your best self. Your best self has to understand when it is time to let something go. Now, I use all of those material things as examples, but I'm really trying to get to the point where you understand the inner self. Let go of the inner attachments, to doubt, to insecurities, to 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 trauma. Heal these things. Evolve. You are not defined by the things around you or the terms that people have categorized you in. You are solely defined by your own higher self and your dreams and your effort, your progression, and what you are forcing into this environment for you. It's okay to learn. This is what I say. It's okay to be selfish, but I want people to understand what that means. It's not being selfish to where you're well, it's causing an effect to anyone else. You're being selfish in a format that is being caring for yourself, not denying yourself. Well, that's a message I want to give as well. Understanding that, this form of loyalty that people misconstrue. Loyalty, you know, people have a false illusion of what loyalty is. Loyalty does not hurt. If you find yourself being loyal to a situation or to an environment or to people, places, things, whatever you want to place it as, and that those that those things that you are loyal to is causing you harm, then you need to redefine what loyalty is to you. And not only that, you need to observe if the things that you are being loyal to are actually, you know, giving that loyalty back to you. You know, this statement when we were young, they say, if you a lie, you a cheat. If you a cheat, you a steal. If you a steal, you a what? Okay? So if the things that you are being loyal to, if it is deceptive to you, if it's causing you harm or damage, it is not because it cares. It is not a form of compromise. It is your own form of betrayal. You are in denial of it. You don't understand that. We live in a society that has this form of love and loyalty is viewed upon in some form of abuse, to be abused, and we say that's love, and it's not. Love hurts nothing. Love is honest, and the only thing that hurts from love is it's because of your own insecurities. Love is, it's not even, it doesn't favor. There's not a pick and choose. Love is the truth. Loyalty is the truth. And anything that denies you of the truth or feeling that equal form of love that you give, then it is not something that you need to hold on to. It is hindering you. Sometimes, and then let me speak to the ones who got it as well. And let me just say it like this. If you have it, if you got a whole lot of money, you got the cars, the clothes, you got everything you need, right? If you got that and you find something causing you a hindrance in any format, then it is not up to you to choose to be loyalty, to have loyalty or love with it. You want to know why? Because the moment you decide to let go, you will find yourself having something even greater to expand with your love and loyalty to your cars and clothes and your money, your paper, your vanity. Because that's what it is. It's vanity, if I'm going to be real. But at the end of the day, if that is what, if that's what you're categorizing as your form of success, something is holding you back from your form of success. Because that once that appreciated your form of success has found a way to deny you of your own form of success. You know, everything is a practice. Everything is a practice. So, and that's why the statement always says there's no honor amongst thieves, right? Because if you can steal from that group of people over there, I know for certain you will steal from me. The moment that you steal from someone else, I already know that you can't be trusted with me. And they say, come on, man, we cool. Oh, come on. We cool. No, we not cool. And the reason why we not cool is because I know that you have no conscience. You don't care. Well, I had to get that for whatever reason you want to give. And they outsiders. We link together. And people like that, you got to keep one eye open. You can't even rest at night. Because if and they'll say, oh man, we was bros, you know what I'm saying? We tight, we don't do nothing to each other, but it's a practice. So if you're continuing to practice to do certain things, you become perfected at it to where you start to do it to those that are cool to you, that you claim that you're cool with, because you haven't practiced honesty enough. You haven't practiced being real enough. You've practiced being a thief. And you practice being a thief so much, you don't even realize that you stole from yourself. You got people in this world that'll look at you and want everything you have, and become so envious of it, never even realizing that they've lost the focus of what they have. Isn't that crazy? See, that's what a liar does. That's what a thief will do. You get what I'm saying? That's what a cheater will do. That's why you don't need to be around that. That's why those type of people don't even need to want to have anybody around them. Because if I was to do a crime, I don't want nobody to be able to give me up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I can't have you around me. Those people like that should be loners. But in the world that we live in, the most honest people are the loners. The most real people are the loners. And the reason why is because there's too many people around here practicing to be a liar. And they practice it so much that they become liars to the very ones that they claim they love. All right, here's the next card. Be the brave and authentic soul you were always destined to be. Authentic, that's that word, and I love this word. Authentic means your genuine self. See, there we go. Somebody practicing a lie. Somebody practicing to go and steal and destroy somebody else. Not understanding that you practiced it, you got away with doing it. Yeah, you got that bank. You did that bank a number. You went and did that gas station a number. You did that. But it was successful too. You feel that success. Boy, what a rush. But you don't understand that, in your mind, you done perfected it so much that you become that to yourself and everything around you. See, that was a practice. Your thoughts are a practice. Your actions are a practice. Everything around you gravitates to how you think, what you think about. So if you're thinking about doing something malicious, you become malicious to yourself and everyone around you. You made yourself a target. You're no longer safe. Because maybe if you got doggone thieving from anybody from the hood, you know what I'm saying? If you thieving from another thief, that get back gonna be right? If the get back is possible. And see, that be another thing. Now, since you got to worry about the get back, Now you become more devious. Now you become more devious. You got to be careful with that type of mentality because you might put yourself in a situation that you can't get out of. Mm, 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 mm. And some people they practice so much of it for so long that they get to the point they get so cocky and confident the way they feel like there's gonna be another walk in the park. But see, greed is the gotcha. Greed is the gotcha every time because that one last hit, that one big hit, that move right there, that might just be the move. And I tell people all the time, if you can't do the crime, don't do the time. You supposed to accept the time or the crime before you do the actual, you know, you got to accept that before you actually make that move. Some people don't do that because they done got so cocky and comfortable with doing it. And you know what? Most people practice with the ones that they're around. See, a lot of people don't understand that. Most people, most when you got people that rob and all this and that, they practice with the ones they were closest to first before they perfected the craft. See, sometimes the best things are created from chaos. And this is why this is the Chaos Channel. Because see, right here, we're going to learn and perfect the craft of spiritual assassination. The spirit of spiritual assassin. We are spiritual assassins with the truth. And the truth is, we don't practice things that can become contradictory to our very understanding of ourselves. We don't gravitate to what things may appear to be on the outside of ourselves. We know who we are within, and can't nobody take it from us. We the truth, and we ain't got nothing to prove. You can ask anybody who done seen us do it. Okay? Understand that. And I want you to understand that about you. That every day is a practice. And if you want a life of luxury, victory, success, or whatever it is that you want materialistically, you first have to deny yourself of these things so that your ego doesn't force you to do something that sabotages you. A thief is not a successful person. They sabotage themselves because they mentally had to practice that. And so that's why they have the title as a thief. And that's why they are sabotaging to themselves. They start to steal from themselves. They start to steal from everyone around them. Now, we are spiritualists. We are the assassins over here. And what we do over here is we terminate those forms of trauma, forms of hatred, forms of abuse, forms of jealousy, enviousness. Terminate those things indefinitely. And we do it so flawlessly. And we do it so swift and soundless. They never see it coming. If you got them mad, let them stay mad. The victory is you. Nothing more, nothing less. Till next time, stay blessed.